How many weather events can we have in just a short period of time? Well, it is the Ohio Valley, and we can't forget that just a week ago it was an EF-3 tornado that ripped through Jeffersontown. Luckily, it hit mostly open areas there by Blankenbaker and Interstate 64. WDRB's Raina Katko there now to tell us more about how they're trying to put the pieces back together. Raina?
Yeah, Scott, there is a lot of insulation thrown in trees and scattered all over the ground. As you see, there's also some styrofoam, bits of plastic, garbage, twigs, and other debris, including bits of metal. There's a larger chunk of scrap metal that wrapped its way around the remnants of this tree here, and right next to it, a much larger tree came crashing down, and with it, it brought a lot of this black fence. As you can see further down, there's a pile of more scrap metal. It appears that it came from this business here, including from its awning that's partially destroyed. This business also has boarded up a couple of entrances that were probably damaged in this tornado, but that's not the case across the street. Take a look at it. You can see clear through that business. We've been feeling a little bit of rain. We've been hearing some thunder, and so if that does happen, those elements, it's completely exposed. But this isn't the only area that we visited today. We also stopped by a neighborhood and found that this tornado, it didn't just rip through businesses, it also tore through several homes.
Thankful to be alive.
In his 7 years living here, Jason Savada has never seen anything like last week's tornado in his neighborhood. He was home trying to sleep when it came whirling through.
A sonic boom, windows blew out, and then it was quickly over.
He ran outside in the storm to assess the damage and check on his neighbors.
And it was like a plane crash, the amount of debris, just how it was scattered everywhere. Light post was down across the street, big yellow insulation all over the place.
Siding ripped off homes, insulation tangled in trees, fences scattered through yards, and roofs swallowed whole. City officials say no one was killed or hurt when the tornado touched down. Zavada believes that's because so many people were away on spring break.
4 houses down where the roof is exposed, they had a partial roof collapse, and it collapsed onto a child's bed, and they were thankfully not in the home.
A week later, contractors are out here fixing roofs and replacing windows. Zavada says his neighbors tend to keep to themselves, but this terrifying experience has bonded them.
When you're side by side, picking up the debris, picking up people's homes, people's items, helping each other, I think it really forged a bond for us.
Next time, he plans to listen to meteorologists and take shelter. He hopes others will do the same.
Take tornado warnings seriously. I did not. I almost paid the price.
The National Weather Service's initial assessment confirms that 145-mile-per-hour winds did hit this area. This tornado was 350 yards wide, and it traveled nearly 10 miles toward Eastwood. Gil?
Still such a mess now a week later, and a long road of recovery ahead. Raina, thank you.